One of the key elements to developing a really good core confidence and high self-esteem for yourself is the ability to speak confidently at all times and always believe that your words carry value.
I'm a summer bursting in war. I'm a river.
Now, one of the most crucial things to becoming a more confident, charismatic, amazing person is the ability to speak confidently and concisely, even in the most uncomfortable circumstances. Now, I'm not talking about when you go to Burger King, like, hey, I want a fucking Big Mac. Well, why are you ordering a Big Mac at Burger King for, first of all? But anyways, not the point, not the point. The point is, how do you speak confidently in those uncomfortable situations, like you're talking to some very attractive girl or guy or whatever you're into, you're talking to a boss, you're talking to a celebrity, somebody who just has more wealth, more stature, more value than you have. You seem to kind of like want to shrivel up and kind of crawl into this like little ball of, I don't think I'm on that person's caliber, I don't deserve to talk, how do I speak and not feel like I'm wasting that person's time? And that's what I'm going to talk to you here about today. So today's topic is, how do you speak like a motherfucking boss in all those circumstances? First of all, with me, I've had quite the journey myself when it comes to this. I think the biggest one, probably a couple years ago when I was recently single again, getting back out there and like talking with women was really, really hard for me. And a lot of times I'd be like going up, I'd talk to like some stunning, attractive girl, and I would just kind of like rush through what I had to say, and I would just feel like I was honestly like kind of like wasting the girl's time. And I'd kind of really like dig deep and do some soul searching and, you know, work on my self-esteem like kind of day by day. But I kept asking myself a question, like, why do I feel inadequate, and why do I feel like I'm not kind of like worthy to you know, take up this person's time? So I had to do a little bit of reframing, and this is kind of what you're gonna have to do. First of all, rule one, you literally have to blindly believe your words have value. Now say it to yourself: my words have value because they come from my mouth. Say it: my words have value because they come from my mouth. It's gonna be pretty funny if someone's like watching me in this. One more time, repeat. Whatever you say has value because it comes from your mouth. Louder. Whatever I say has value because it comes from my mouth. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, you got to literally own up to that. Like, literally, you're an amazing, you're a beautiful, you're an awesome person. You're one of a billion. You have to own up to what you say. If you're talking to that attractive girl at the bar, if you're talking to that boss, if you're talking to that person who has way more than you'll ever have, like, literally, you're you. You have a right to speak what you say, and whatever you say, you have to own up to that shit. It's literally important because it comes from your mouth. There's literally only one of you. There's only ever going to be one of you, so don't you ever, I repeat, ever, feel like you can't speak up and say what you need to say in those tough circumstances. Number two, you have to change your framework and your mindset, okay? Like, literally, just because someone has more wealth than you or someone's like very, very attractive, it's all subjective. It's in your brain. It's your perception of a certain situation. And honestly, it's not true. And when you really, really think about it, in the grand scheme of things, everybody's kind of an imbecile. Everybody's a fool. I love this channel called The School of Life. They've got a video that talks about this, and they pretty much say everyone is an nincompoop, an imbecile. If you think you know it all, you really don't know it all. It's like, we are all human beings. Like, literally, some people are tall, some people are fat, some people are small, some people are massive celebrities, have massive success, some people know French, some people, I don't know, like, know how to scuba dive. Everybody is good at something. Everybody has some stature. Like, you might think the Queen of England is just so much more than you are, but literally at the end of the day, you know, she farts, she trips and falls, she spills her drink sometimes. She's honestly an imbecile. Not to insult the Queen of England, but honestly, we're all kind of stupid. Like, literally, we're all human. To err is human. We're all flawed people. We all have things we're insecure about. We all have things we feel like we can't measure up to. Even though one person might be just like the most amazing movie actor in the world, he might, you know, suck at chess or tying his shoelaces. You don't even know. Like, he might be like, I can't tie a knot on my shoes. How dumb does that sound? But literally, it's fucking true, okay? You can probably tie your shoelaces, so there you go. Props to you. So, changing your framework. Not everybody has it all. We like to associate people in this kind of like sort of isolated like ego. Like, if they do one thing or they live up to a certain thing. Like, for example, I don't know, like bodybuilders, they're like super fit, super shredded. You think they just always eat clean. They're like always bulking. They work out 6 times a week. Either they're on steroids or they're not, but they'd like live the tough life. They don't eat a fucking donut. But honestly, they probably eat donuts. Probably eat more donuts than you think they do. And it's just the way the world is. Like, just because someone is a certain way, they never have to really live into that kind of just paradigm of just like, I don't do anything else. I'm just this person all the time. Like, and it's when we stick to these concrete like opinions or perceptions, it's even worse if you think about yourself in that manner. Like, you have an image of yourself and then you fail up to live to that. Let's say I'm like really working out, kind of like the example previously, and I'm super in the gym, and I've done this before. It's where I'm just like hammering away, eat, sleep, shit, fitness, diet 100%, and then I feel like shit when I do something incongruent with that, like eat a pizza or just go out and have drinks with my friends or socialize. It would just like make me feel like shit because I just had this like ego and this persona, like I need to be this like super fit, aesthetic, set an example, bodybuilder type guy. But you know what? Nobody's like that, and the people who try to live like that are the most miserable people. Look at the snowman over here. Look, he's ice fucking cold. Do you think ice cold people melt? He's gonna melt someday. Just saying. Dumb example. But you kind of get my drift. Honestly, people are not just these like machines where like one person's like super fit, they're always fit. One person's really smart, they're always smart. One person's an actor, they're always going to be an amazing actor. Everybody rises and falls, they go up and down. Everybody's good at something at some point in their lives. Everybody sucks at something at some point in their lives. So literally, you have value. Just because you think someone's better at something than you are doesn't mean you can't stalk and say what you need to say in front of them. Literally, just do your thing. Talk, say what you need to say. It doesn't matter. Hey guys. Like I'm doing right now. Own up to yourself. Enjoy who you are. Number one, what you say has value because it comes from your mouth. No matter who you're talking to, just say, oh, come. Get in the camera. It's cool.
Yeah, I was like, come through.
No. Come. We're doing a video about value.
No, not at all. The dogs make it better.
You guys have value too. Okay. So number one, whatever you say has value because it comes from your mouth. Don't ever feel like you're wasting someone's time. You're important. Own up to that shit. Number two, everybody's flawed. Everybody has the things they're good at. Everybody has the things they suck at. It's just the way the world is. So don't ever feel like shit or insecure because you're not a boss or you don't have this much money or you're not at this caliber of success. Dude, that's just the way the world is. Everyone's a human. If you think about it from like sitting on the moon, looking down at everybody, we're all so small and insignificant. But at the same time, you've got your story to tell and it's unique and completely different from anybody else's story. So own up to that shit and fucking dominate. Done.
If I could have a secret.